What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I'm just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. I really do need to make up a new little intro for when I do like specifically relationship kind of videos. And I'm gonna just sit here and say this. So you remember before when I was sitting there saying that there's three type of women. You have your low quality women, which again, you can fuck them if you want. And this is coming from a guy who is not a MGTOW red pill kind of guy. And typically, I'm considered a decent individual, right? I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just the guy, right? I don't go out of my way to be bad, but I'm not gonna sit there and simp for somebody who doesn't deserve it type shit. Low quality women, you can fuck them, but don't fall in love with them because they're gonna screw you over the second they get. Decent quality women are okay, but you gotta remember to keep them away from the low quality women. The problem is, decent women are hard to be able to tell the difference from because they're interwoven with low quality women. And the problem is, the second you let them on to, yo, the women that you hang around are no good for you and they're gonna start fucking up the way you do things, whether you be her boyfriend or your brother, her brother or family member, they're gonna sit there and defend that fucking mindset. So they can go either way, right? If you get them away from them, low quality women, if you get these type of women away from low quality women, they're structured around a family or probably around people that treat them like, that basically keep them away from that degeneracy, they'll be all right. And then you got high quality women. These are either women who are decent that work their asses off to get to this point or just naturally that way. They don't hang around the bullshit. They can be on social media, but they don't fall into peer pressure. They're not doing any, they don't inherently fucking just by default hate men. Let's listen to what the low quality woman now has to say about good guys. I saw a little bit of this and I said, oh, this shit is gonna be good.
At some point, every girl is going to experience her first good guy, and he's not to be confused with your soulmate because he's usually not your soulmate. That's the gag. But his role in your life is still important because after him, your dating life changes significantly. This is the guy that comes in to give you a glimpse of what it's like to be cared for, to be desired, and to feel like you were never asking for too much. Enough to change your perspective on dating, but not enough to be your soulmate. When I experienced my first good guy, I knew that he was definitely better than the guys that I had previously dated, but I also knew that the relationship wasn't going to be sustainable long term because there were certain differences that inevitably sent us our separate ways. The role of the good guy is to simply teach you two things. Number one, good men do exist. They are out there and you were never asking for too much. The things that you feel like only exist in a movie or in books, it's real and it's out there. And number two, just because something feels good enough doesn't mean it's exactly what you're looking for, and you do not need to settle. When you experience your first good guy, it's gonna feel good, but it's not gonna be as quite fulfilling as it will be with your soulmate. And that's the distinction between the two. The good guy is like the appetizer and the soulmate is like the full course meal. And the ironic part is that when you meet your soulmate,
No, the ironic part is you're sitting here fucking yapping about bullshit. You're sitting here with the whole idea of it's greener on the other side type shit. And then you end up 40, no kids type stupid shit. Or you got kids, but you're not around the right individuals anymore because you wasted that good guy's time because you decided you either didn't want to submit or you wanted to be a bitch and be low quality. Again, I can say with in honesty, I've said bitch less than 100 times in my life, but I'm gonna use it on this one, okay? You sit there and you're fucking just the internet is humanity's greatest fucking invention, and it's tool for its downfall. Because I guarantee you, if women did not have access to social media, this fucking mindset, right, would be literally cult-like. It wouldn't infest over 80% of the female population at this point. Or should I say reached 80% of the female population at this point. This shit is so stupid. So you're sitting here saying you need to find your soulmate. So even if you find a good guy, you know it's not worth it. So then sit there. Why are you wasting the good guy's time? Because you're a fucking shit stain. That's the reason why you're sitting. And you're not only do you have this mindset that you probably incorporated hearing from other low quality thoughts online, you're sitting here and now you're sitting there talking to your other legions of up and becoming thoughts. Your thought connoisseur, your thought lifestyle connoisseurs. Do you hear how stupid this shit sounds? You know what? Let me tell you the difference between guys and girls, right? I found a soulmate when I was much younger. A soulmate doesn't mean it's romantic. They say you only find, at best, three soulmates in your entire life. Your soulmate can be your brother. It doesn't even gotta be, again, a romantic partner. Your soulmate can be your mother. Your soulmate can be your father. A deep connection with somebody is considered a soulmate, and they say you only find three in your entire life. I found my soulmate, or at least one of the soulmates I would have found in my life. And every time I bring up that woman and I explain how that, and mind you, it was a goddamn Jewish girl. Oh my gosh, she was Jewish. Let me tell you a little story. So when I was young and I was cutting school, and I went to Chinatown. And I'm in Chinatown and I'm just chilling, cutting school, and there was this girl, and she was just shooting threes in the basketball court in Chinatown, right? So here I am looking at this fucking gorgeous woman, and she's shooting in she was not in hills, but she was in like in flat hills. I guess that's as a guy, that's what you call it. So I'm talking to an Asian guy. He was like, "Yo, Jay, go talk to her." Now, mind you, this man is a grown ass man, and he's telling a kid to go talk to a grown woman because he sees me looking at her, and he knows the look he sees how I'm looking at her. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go do it. So here I go with all the swagger. For the first 3 steps of it, I turned into a straight bitch because first and foremost, it's not something I do just going up to girls and talking to them, let alone a fucking gorgeous grown ass women, right? But here I go, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, "Hey, you want some real competition?" But mind you, I'm pretty sure my voice was fucking shaky and all of that shit. And she said, "Yeah, we played." She bust my ass, all right? And then she goes to me and she goes, "Hey, and I was having fun playing against her, and I was actually having fun playing with her. And then she looks at me, I look at her, and it was awkward for a second. She goes, "Hey, you want to hang out more?" And I go, "Yeah." This woman, come find out, she's like, "Oh, I have something to do. Do you want to hang out?" And I go, "Yeah." So we walk a couple of blocks, and we walk into a building. Come find out, this woman, Jewish, is a lawyer, and apparently the guy who she's representing, he apparently his lungs got fucked up during 9/11, and he only had a few months to live, and she's going to make sure that man gets his money. Irony, lawyer, Jewish. Basketball, the degeneracy that Jewish people bring upon people. Women should be playing basketball. They should be in the kitchen. Anyway, and so after the after going into the courtroom and hanging out with this woman, only black kid there with a grown ass woman, and no one questioned it. No one said a goddamn thing. She's taking me through the security and all of that shit. I'm sitting and I'm just hanging out with this woman. No one questioned who the black kid was with this grown ass woman. Fucking Jews got all the power. She goes, "Hey, let's go get lunch." And I know specifically, let me just, so she takes me into the parking lot. We get in the car, right? And the whole, "You're not supposed to get in cars with stranger things," go right out of the road. And just to show you how fucked up it was, we're finishing each other's sentences. We both admit it feels like as though we've known each other for years. She even let me drive the car on the fucking bridge, right? Straight. You get what I'm saying? We're talking about each other about shit we absolutely shouldn't be talking about to each other. And the thing is, I'm content with that. That doesn't sit there and mean that if I run into a girl, I need to find another girl who I have that same fucking emotional connection to, because I'm not a good girl. I'm gonna pass up a good girl for what's green on the other side. And this is the shit right here where it's like, you have these fucking women with this mindset. They vote, they get married, they have kids. The same mindset. The guy who she considers her fucking soulmate, guaranteed is fucking toxic. Guaranteed is hitting and quitting multiple different women. And then what's gonna end up happening is once she gets to a certain other age where she no longer feels like as though she's as attractive, or her attraction is fading in her head, because let's be real here. Attraction on real women don't fade, buddy. Attraction does not fade on women. Only superficial, low quality women feel that fucking way. The truth of the matter is, she's going to get to an age where she's going to sit there and she's going to be upset at younger women, and she's going to be trying to steal good guys from those young women or rob in the cradle. Let's continue.
He's gonna make the good guy look like a decent man, because the things that you thought that you would never find in another man that you had in the good guy, your soulmate is going to not only meet those expectations, but exceed them. The good guy was never supposed to be your end game. He simply came to show you a glimpse of what was possible, a crumb of what was possible. Because the guys that came before him weren't doing enough, you're gonna feel like, oh my God, this is it. This is my soulmate. He's not your soulmate. Your soulmate has not arrived yet. Enjoy the good guy. Allow yourself to be receptive of healthy love.
Enjoy the good guy. Allow yourself to be receptive of healthy love. But soon as your soulmate that you made up in your fucking twisted, poisoned head comes along, do that good man dirty. Okay, We see you. We know what you are.
Allow yourself to understand that the things that you desire in a man are not impossible, but also understand that he is not endgame. He is only the tip of the iceberg. He is only the appetizer, and the entree is not even here yet.
The internet has ruined generations of fucking women. There's already been messed up women, but it wasn't a pandemic like it wasn't an epidemic like what this shit is. Again, all of that shit that women talk about, I wish that there was an actual thing where people can see body counts on people's foreheads. Like you lift that fucking bandana or headband from her fucking head and you see like fucking 77 or some shit like this, right? Women would not like that shit because they would realize that there's a lot of guys that are nowhere near them fucking numbers and them guys would not even touch them. Man, this shit. Let's just look at some comments real quick. I'm gonna look at the top 5 comments. There's only 89 from what I'm seeing. 79? No, 59. All right. I recently worked with 100 with slightly more than. I'm sorry. I recently worked with slightly more than 40 young men between 20 and 23 years of age. I was able to talk to them individually or groups of 2 and 3. To a man when were single. They all had good jobs and prospects. I asked them why not date. Every single one of them replied, the women are assholes. That's a direct quote. She reminds me of what these young men see in women. Women who talk like this are always women who talk like this are always leave out. Yo, bro, I know I'm not fucking. I know I'm crazy. I know my eyes don't work like they used to anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to lose this fucking weight. I ain't got the proper energy, and I already just did a 14-hour shift. And this fucking computer screen, this laptop 18-inch screen, has always fucked up my eyes. But I'm not fucking crazy. I know I fuck up and I get excited. I'm reading these fucking sentences thinking I'm saying it wrong. And a lot of times these shits are just grammatically not sound. It's making me mad. You gotta make this shit big. All right, here we go. Yes. Women who talk like this are always leave out the part that their man is cheating on them time and time again and soon will be divorced. Where's her soulmate? I'm sure she'll find him. Here we go. Here we go all the time. Let's be honest, beating cheeks. Let's be honest here. All women of all races are fucking cooked. Your white women are fucking cooked. You want to know the funny thing about a lot of the white women that I'm pretty sure you're going to run across beating cheeks that you're going to probably find to be, somebody that you want to be with? She probably took black dick at this point. And the funniest thing about it is those women who end up taking black dick, they end up getting married to white dudes. Congratulations. But they already got ran through. When you sit here talking about black, hey, listen, it is what it is. All groups of women are fucking cooked at this point, especially if you pass the age of 25. These women are cooked. All women are cooked. Again, this is why you got to find either your isolated decent chicks, right? Or you got to find them high quality women. The problem is the only way you find a high quality woman in this market, the man that she was with either is no longer in the fucking country and he's never going to come back, or that motherfucker dead. And he looked at her with dying eyes and told her, listen, I want you to love. Don't give up on love. Don't stop loving. And you just slide in, right? Don't fuck that up. Guys who find high quality women, that shit changes them. They don't give up. Listen, they do not fuck up relationships with high quality women will make a motherfucker who's literally lazy all of a sudden get up and he's going to work and he's making extra money. He's putting in the work because he knows she's worth it, right? A high quality man, listen, man, at least I can feel good knowing that the good guy will not get stuck with her nutcase nonsense. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Because this is the deal with good guys. What's going to end up happening is she's going to fuck with a bunch of dudes. The dudes are going to use her and abuse her or whatever like that. She's going to end up going back to the good guy or trying to ruin his life in some type of way because she realized that he was a good guy. He was the one that got away all of a sudden. And she's going to start playing games. And a lot of women play games when it comes down to that. They get mad if they can't have you and they start trying to do little things to either ruin your life. I've seen this shit happen before, dog. I've seen it happen. Taking advice from a woman, especially one who has no clue that soulmates don't exist except in the fantasies of romance. No, they do exist. Soulmates do exist. The thing is, if you put all your eggs in a basket thinking that everybody's gonna end up with a soulmate, you're stupid. Thinking that the only way to have a fulfilling and meaningful relationship with somebody special, they need to be a soulmate is fucking dumb. Like I said, soulmates do not mean that you automatically it has to be romantic. That's the thing a lot of people don't understand. This is almost as bad as fucking astrology. Anyway, claw hands. This is the end of the video. Fuck off now. Like, you mean to tell me nice guys don't even get to finish last anymore? Nice guys don't finish last inside her anymore? It's gotten so bad, even nice guys who used to have the short end of the stick, right? You get a bittersweet ending. They don't even get bittersweet endings anymore. Holy